17-year-old Amelia was full of life. She loved playing with her siblings and friends, often running around and laughing until her cheeks hurt. One sunny afternoon, as she played on the first-floor balcony of her house, she leaned too far over the edge. Before anyone could stop her, she lost her balance and fell. Amelia hit her head hard on the ground below. Her family rushed her to the hospital, their hearts pounding with fear. The doctors did everything they could, but the injury was severe. Amelia slipped into a coma. Her family was devastated. They couldn't believe that their lively, joyful Amelia was now lying still, her eyes closed, her body unmoving. The doctors told them there wasn't much hope for her recovery, but Amelia's mother refused to give up. "She will wake up," her mother said firmly, day after day. "My daughter is strong. She will come back to us." For 20 years, Amelia's mother took care of her. She sat by her bedside, holding her hand, talking to her as if she could hear every word. She brushed Amelia's hair, massaged her limbs, and whispered stories about the family. Even as the years went by, and her other children grew older, got married, and started families of their own, Amelia's mother stayed by her side. Then, one quiet morning, everything changed. Amelia opened her eyes. She stared at the ceiling, blinking against the light. It felt like just another morning to her. She didn't know where she was or what had happened. She tried to move, but her muscles were weak. When she swung her legs over the edge of the bed and tried to stand, she collapsed to the floor. But Amelia was determined. She pushed herself up again and took a shaky step. Slowly, she made her way out of the room, holding onto the walls for support. When she reached the living room, she saw several people sitting together, men and women she didn't recognize. They all turned to look at her, their faces filled with shock and disbelief. "Who are you?" Amelia asked, her voice trembling. "Are you neighbors? Relatives?" One of the men stood up, tears streaming down his face. "Amelia," he said softly, "we are your siblings. I'm your brother, Jacob. These are your sisters and brothers. You've woken up after 20 years. 20 years? Amelia repeated, her eyes widening. She couldn't believe it. To her, it had felt like she had just taken a long nap. Jacob guided her to the couch and sat beside her. "There's something I need to tell you," he said, his voice heavy with emotion. "Please try to stay calm." Amelia's heart raced. "What is it?" "It's about Mom," Jacob began. She passed away a week ago." The words hit Amelia like a wave. Tears filled her eyes as she shook her head. No, that can't be true. Where is she? I need to see her." Jacob took her hands in his. "Amelia, Mom believed in you. The doctors gave up, but she never did. She cared for you every single day for 20 years. She was so sure you would wake up, but she's not here to see it. She would have been so happy." Amelia's tears fell freely now. She cried for the mother who had loved her so much, for the time she had lost, and for the reunion that would never happen. Her siblings gathered around her, holding her close. They shared stories about their mother, about how she had kept hope alive for all those years. Though Amelia couldn't see her mother again, she felt her love in every word they spoke, in every tear they shed together. And as she sat surrounded by her family, Amelia realized that her mother's love had carried her through those 20 lost years, and it would continue to guide her in the years to come. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Also, hit the bell icon so you never miss an update.